first post to the outside receiver to me to the flats. That was a tough little catch, so I was definitely happy that I reeled that one in.
That is so tough.
In practice, like previous that week, I was dropping a lot of stuff.
Could you tell that like this corner was kind of getting scared of you now?
I knew before the game.
That basically wraps up Iowa. After that, unfortunate, tough loss to Wisconsin at home. Go to Nebraska and win. Come back home, number 3 Michigan State. So you come off beating number 2 Iowa, or basically the last ranked team you played, you beat. Playing Michigan State, what's kind of the game plan? What's kind of the talk going into this game?
I think the talk going into this game, it was just that we knew that they just got done playing Michigan. And that was a rivalry game, and they wanted like the way that they did it, they'll be exhausted. You know, we just came off of playing Nebraska. That was a tough one for both of us, so we both were exhausted. But I think at the end of the day, it was just who really wanted it more. We knew that there was like a man-to-man team or cover 3 teams, either one of those 2 that you'll get. So we knew that this would be a game that the receivers would have to step up, and then when needed, the running game would have to do their job, and everyone had the collective unit did their thing.
We're just going to start off with the deep shots over here. He just kind of falls on that.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad that I didn't know he fell.
Oh, you didn't know he fell when you caught this?
Nah, I didn't. I'm like, he's still on my back. That's why I'm falling.
Really?
Yeah. I wish I would have knew, so I could have just stayed
there.
Get past him. Like, he's still on my side.
So you still thought he was there?
Yeah, and I looked back to see where he was at and where the out of bounds was.
So yeah, you're kind of I see what you're doing now. Like, you're almost jumping and like you're expecting him to tackle you.
Yeah.
Here's the second one. This is her favorite play, because you absolutely body this dude. Another excellent representation of your strength, your body control. I don't know what this corner was doing. Do you know what is?
I couldn't even tell you.
What is he doing right here?
I couldn't tell you, man.
He just let you go right behind him. He doesn't have safety help. Safety's in the middle of the field.
It was a little bit of miscommunication.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe he was looking in the backfield, but I don't know what he even be looking at.
Miscommunication in the secondary, and
you just taking advantage of that.
3rd and 10, needed it, because if we don't complete it, we'll punt that. So it might change the game. So.
And you make this great catch. You stay in bounds here. How did you stay in bounds?
I honestly don't know. Like, some of the stuff I do amazes me. I just flipped them off, looked down at my feet. Wow, shit, I'm still in bounds.
How do you think this translates to the NFL level?
I didn't start off my first year doing it this way. But I think, just with improvement and preparation and just being able to find different ways to get open and different ways to break tackles is something I can still improve on and increase when I get to the next level.
I guess first off, let's talk about your release here, because this release is disgusting. Because now he's out playing press. He's going to try and press you, and you swipe his hand away.
Yeah, so watching film, we knew that really all the DBs are heavy jam corners, and once you get up close to them, they're going to jam the inside hand.
Jam the inside hand, okay.
Yeah. And I'm good at hand-to-hand combat, so that's something that I work on. And I knew once he jammed it, would try to punch me. I knew that if I just swipe down, I have a big play. Went there and covered 3. So just watching film and being able to know that that's the type of DB he is, put me in a good situation on this play.
What about your footwork right here?
So I just did a little stutter step just to, get his feet moving. Cause usually on the go right you go outside, but at the top, fake outside a little bit and then explode inside, swipe his hands down. So that's definitely unexpected from him. Because usually all the routes that just before this play, I beat him on the outside route and I went outside. So I just decided to switch it up on this one.
Yeah, like you said, swipe that inside arm, right? Yeah, swipe the inside arm.
Once he do that, his hip is locked. He can't move.
Oh yeah, he turns his hips and now he can't rotate around, and that's when you beat him. Talk about that spin move.
It's just instincts again.
Instincts?
I just...
Rondell teach you this one?
Yeah, I seen him do it, so yeah, I gotta give it off to him. I mean, I did it in high school a few times, so.
Oh, you out here looking like Lamar Jackson, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is nasty.
I didn't want to get hit, so I'm like, shoot, run out of bounds. We're doing speed.
Now you hit the spin move. What's going through your head?
When I looked, honestly thought it was gonna be like a little coast touchdown. Bro,
Yes,
I didn't
you
think number 23 was gonna be running that fast. So I'm like,
Damn.
he gaining on me.
Obviously, like, you're hitting all these deep shots on these DBs. Even though you're not necessarily the fastest receiver, you're still able to, like, use your football speed and get past them. Like, can you just kind of talk about the difference between football speed and track speed?
I really can't speak too much on the track because I don't run track. But for football, I just think understanding like the playbook, understanding defensive coverages, then you can play fast. Because once you know things, you can do that at a faster pace. And I'm not gonna lie, everybody on the field may not know what they're doing and they may not know their assignment. But if you do, that separates you from your opponents and also your teammates too. So just being able to like when I was at Purdue, I knew basically what everybody did and why we were doing it. So me understanding that gives me a upper step, being able to play fast, and also knew what the defense was doing too. So definitely helped out a lot.
Sure. So football speed's basically just knowing exactly what's going on, and then just being able to do it.
Because like everybody's fast. Like like if you're playing in college, you're playing in the field, they're all fast. Like no matter what they run under 40, no matter none of that. Everybody's fast, and it's certain guys who just super fast.
Yeah.
Tyreek.
Chris Olave is super fast. Yeah.
Super fast, but everybody's fast in the NFL. So if you just know what you're doing, then you can play at a fast pace and run as fast as you can. And also that adrenaline, like.
Oh yeah.
That helps a lot too. Knowing that somebody's just trying to come and take off your head.
Hell no.
Fast, no matter what.
Next one. Talk about the RPO. How does this concept work? Like, what's going on here?
So he's looking at the man in front of me. So if he step in a little bit.
So Aiden's looking at this dude. Yeah. So he's the conflict defender.
Yeah, because everything else is blocked up. So he's looking at it over me, and if he comes up a little bit, then he just throw it out to me, and the outside receiver is blocking.
So if he's going up here to stuff the run.
Yeah, just like even a step.
Just anything.
And then I put him in my position, and I already got the leverage on him.
And so if he steps up, Aiden's just directly throwing it to you?
Or if his eyes don't turn to me, and obviously it's zone coverage.
Anything like, does anything that happens backside, does that like really do anything? Like,
no, the backside they're blocking because that's what the run is on.
This one was interesting. I find this play really fascinating because I think Michigan State played the perfect defense on this. They did. They dropped 9. They rushed 2, and you're running all curls. Like, yet somehow you figure out how to make this one work. First off, I mean, personally, I do not understand why you would ever call all curls.
The top side we had double slant.
Oh, so that's supposed to be a slant, not a curl?
Yeah, curl about 12. Curl at 12 yards.
I don't know if you like cut it short, just curl at the sticks, but.
No, yeah, so it was a slant. That was a spacing concept. So we got a
slant.
slant.
Okay, you're running spacing. Okay.
Yeah, slant on the top side, and this bottom side is a spacing concept.
Okay, so you're running spacing down here.
Well, if it was zone, then he'll look to this left side, but since they dropped people, like, he can't really look to that left side. And if it was man, then he'll go to the slant side, but shoot, he dropped. Dropped 9.
So he thought this was going to be man. Did you think it was going to be man? Do you remember?
Yeah, I mean,
you assumed already man.
But I mean, like late, you see a linebacker dropping out or something, but I thought it was going to be man. But when I seen everybody drop, I was like, damn.
So you get to this point right here.
Just get open at this point. He's going to throw it to somebody. Well, you're only going to throw it to me or T.
Get open. There you are. Do you have like an oh shit moment when you realize like, oh, like, you're all covered, like you're covered?
No, when I see Aiden panicking like that, I'm like, hey, oh shit, get open.
Oh, you saw him panicking right here?
Because he never really runs, so we know like type of quarterback he is. If you get to moving outside the pocket, I mean, get open because we don't want him to get sacked.
Nothing against either quarterback. Which one did you prefer playing with? Do you think just playing with Aiden was better for you because it's more pass happy system and he likes to pass the ball a lot more?
I enjoyed playing with both of them. Both of them had their different personal traits that made them what they were. Jack he could throw it, but he was also a runner too, so that opened up the offense a lot in the passing game, running game also, and then aided the pocket passer. So of course it was more pass friendly, but both those guys are amazing quarterbacks. And I wish both of them the best of luck in the future.
All right, 4th and 1. So this is a big play. This plays, I feel, is drawn up for Anthrop, right? Like this is.
Yeah, it's a rub concept.
Yeah, it's a rub concept for Anthrop, but.
We're thinking they're gonna be a man, like it's 4th and 1. Man-to-man coverage, but they end up being in zone.
Yeah.
So we still gotta run our routes. So.
Yeah. So like after you, so you're expecting man, but it's not man.
Yeah.
Jackson's doing this. You're just kind of sitting right here.
He doing the same.
Yeah. Kind of rubbing. Like this play is designed for Jackson.
100%. So if that backer would have ran with him, then we would have picked him and Jackson opened up in the flat. But since it's zone, you just got to try to find a hole and sit in it.
Yeah.
So quarterback friendly.
And there it is. All right. Here's this fade route. This is just outstanding because I feel like this DB is playing damn near perfect coverage.
Yeah,
when you see that is good coverage, but it's one of those things where it's like good defense, better offense, because you and Aiden are so in sync on this.
Yeah, threw it back shoulder. He got safety up over top, so even if he would try to throw it over top, like pick, I can get hits.
Yeah.
Pass breakup, a lot of things can happen. So just at the safe bet, just throwing it back shoulder.
What are your other like main ways to get off a man press or something like that?
We got that stutter. We got it's called a speed release, where you just try to speed outside as fast as you can.
Speed outside.
Slide release to be able to move them laterally. And that was really it right now. Still trying to put some more in my toolbox.
So that's basically all of your catches that we've talked about.
Yeah.
This right here is just one play where you just absolutely burn this receiver, which I just find hilarious, or burn this DB, I find that hilarious. But also, your effect as the number 1 receiver on this team, it draws obviously a lot of attention, and because of that, you have this safety on you as well. So you're drawing 2 people on you, and that allows, I think this is Brock, to get open up top for the touchdown. Talk about what it's like drawing 2 defenders, and how important is that for an offense?
It's extremely important, just to be able to have 2 people on one. It gives other guys opportunity to step up, like as you see in this video. And also for you, it's kind of like a sense of respect that you got to have 2 people to guard you. But, it definitely got to work through it. It's been times, it's been tough having 2 people guard you, being physical and stuff like that. So it's definitely something you definitely got to have the mindset for, to be able to work to get through. But, Coach Brown did a good job to move me in different positions, so they really don't have the opportunity to double coverage me.
All right, so now we'll go into some blocking right here. Obviously, this is the coolest play. I think it's the highlight of the year. What do you say?
I think so too. It's definitely my favorite play.
How long were you guys working on this? Who came up with this play?
It's been in the office for years.
Really?
Yeah, it's been in the office. We work it every Thursday, every Friday.
Really?
So it's been in the office for years. They ran it 3 years before I got here.
Really?
We ran it a few times, but it was never this successful in the game.
Okay.
So
you have run this play in game before?
Yeah, we have, but it wasn't this successful.
I've never seen this play in game before.
Right, it didn't work. This was just the perfect timing. Everybody was blocking,
Okay. Everyone was blocking. So here you are, and you're coming. Look at Milton.
Yeah, Milton was in the backfield.
Yeah. That is a huge block by Milton. So you're running a decoy over here. What's exactly your decoy?
Just like a dummy route, just to get the defense attention. We doing a lot of flips, and usually, once we do a lot of reverses and stuff like that, they throw it to the best receiver on the field. So just being able to take the safety in the corner, so less guys that Jackson has to worry about.
You see Jackson cutting back. What's going through your head right now?
I was thinking about hitting number 3.
This dude,
but
yup.
That's a crackback block, so
Oh,
hopefully Jackson
You'd
can
send
just
him to
outrun
another
him.
universe if you hit him. Oh my lord.
Yeah, so hopefully Jackson can outrun it, and I seen number 12, so I just
Yep.
want to be able to get in front of him.
You get him. I feel like the stigma with receivers, it's like, oh yeah, receivers, they aren't physical, they don't want to hit, they don't want to block, but that's one of your strong suits.
Yeah.
That's what you're good at. You know, how important do you think that is to translate to the next level?
It's definitely good. You can see the coaches love it. You know, they like receivers who can make plays but also help in different ways. So if I'm able to help in the run game and be able to block a corner, linebacker, defensive end, you know, that gives me more opportunity to stay on the field.
This one right here, is this supposed to be like a dummy route or a block or like a combination of both? Because it looks like you're running a slant, but at the same time also chipping in and getting a piece of 6. But
Yeah,
also at the same time of this, like it looks like dude's in man, so he follows you too. So you kind of indirectly block 2 people without necessarily blocking him.
Yeah, so this is a man-to-man. You know, I was trying to run a slant,
Woo!
but we know I was a slow receiver, and I knew that I got a back coming out. So I knew if I couldn't get inside, that he'll have a good opportunity to get the ball. It just so happened that 6 was just there, so I was able to block him a little bit.
Okay.
But it definitely wasn't intentional. It was just something that happened on the fly.
Oh, okay. So this is one of those things where it wasn't necessarily drawn for Horvath to get the ball right here.
Nah, he's a read in the offense, but it wasn't drawn for him to get the ball.
Okay. But he does, and then you see this dude.
Yeah, so I
You get a good piece of him. Okay. How much time do you spend working on just blocking technique? Do you like working on your blocking?
It's really just a one. It's not something you really can work on. I mean, we worked on it a few times. We worked on it a handful of times, like in practice with the receiver coach. This is a small little segment for like 2 minutes, just being able to get our hands inside and stuff like that. But
Working on hand placement and
hand
whatnot.
placement.
All right, so that's all the film we have. Thanks so much, David, for coming on our show. We wish you the best of luck in your NFL draft process.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you for inviting me to be on your show.
Everyone make sure, like, comment, and also make sure that you follow David on all his socials. We'll leave that in the description of the video. And, yeah, thanks, David.
No problem. Be Bill. Out.
You have an idea in mind for your draft day suit?
Cause like my freshman year, we sucked. I just had to get that out there.
Oh, yeah.
Most of our squad was